we've taken plants from Cannonvale Beach, from the seagrass meadow there, and we've put them into these pots, and the seagrass has just absolutely flourished in here because it's not exposed to the normal stresses that seagrass is exposed to, particularly intertidal seagrass. Wave activity and storms can affect the length, and you can see in these tanks that the seagrass is really long. Normally in the environment as well, you have turtles and dugongs grazing on the leaves. Obviously they don't have that in these tanks, so that's why they grow nice and long, but it is the major food source for turtles and dugongs. So if we want to see those numbers flourish, we need healthy seagrass meadows as well. But it's just done so well. I think optimal light availability, nutrient inflow from the Marina, and they're doing super well here. You can restore seagrass meadows in one of two ways. Like if you had a plant at home and you were to take cuttings and plant it back out, you can do that so it's propagation. But also you can take the seeds from the flowers and plant those out. We found a method which is better, so the university have found a method, which is putting those seeds into seed balls and planting those seeds out. Now seed balls are clay mud balls that come from the mangroves, and what they do is they're very sticky, and we put 10 to 15 seeds inside one of those seed balls and we plant it out. So it means that we can put the seeds exactly where we want them to grow, where we think that they're going to have the best chance of survival. And that's what the university have been doing on Cannonvale Beach. And we've trialed a few different methods of planting those seeds out, but those seed balls are doing like the best.
How badly affected are the seagrass meadows here? We had Cyclone Debbie.
Cyclone Debbie, and that's definitely caused a decline, I think, in the seagrass meadow here. But there's also additional stresses which are like globally found across seagrass meadows, and that is from increased agriculture use, fertilizers, etc. The nutrient, it's called eutrophication. The nutrients comes from the land. You get increased nitrates, increased phosphates, and you start to get algal blooms. When those algal blooms start to break down, bacteria break them down, it takes the oxygen out of the water, but also it takes the light availability away from the seagrass, and you start to get declines there. Also with like the cyclone activity, we're projected to get increased cyclone activity with a changing climate, and that can cause increased turbidity, so increased sediment load within the water column. It gets really cloudy and again stops that light availability. Also seagrass meadows are threatened from projected increases in temperature, so certain species may bode better to other species. Scientists are still trying to work that all out at the moment. But also it's a nursery ground for a load of like your commercially viable reef fishes. So for example, if you enjoy going fishing, you want a healthy seagrass meadow because the fish start their life in the seagrass meadow. It's a nursery for them, but also it helps to protect the coastline from wave activity, etc. So if you want your nice houses on the coastline, you need healthy coastal ecosystems, so your seagrass meadows, your mangroves, and if you want a healthy Great Barrier Reef, you love your snorkeling, you love your diving, you love being out on the reef, you need those healthy coastal ecosystems.